It's going down right now. Yeah, it's going down. Daily, go get 'em. Mism. It's the daily, go get 'em. Mism show. You think it ain't when it is? What? You think it won't when it is? We are here and we are in motion. We do this thing, taking off last leg, little coasting. Yo, it's the Daily Go Get a Business Show, and we are talking about my communication is not your communication. What you know? We're talking about my communication is not your communication. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yo, we gonna work it out. Listen, on a strength agenda, a lot of women think that men don't like to communicate. They think that men don't like to talk. It's a major complaint with a lot of women. Not all women, but a lot of women think that men don't like to talk, and so they feel like they have to pull things out of them because they feel like men hold a lot of things inside. Is it true? Is it real? Is that how it goes down? Is that the deal? I'm going to see how y'all feel. What's going on? Annette Davidson, number one. How you feeling? My good to see me, some you tonight. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Yeah, she about to turn it out. And Carol Chamberlain is all up in here. Yo, good to see you, my friend, my dear word. Yeah. So what's going on, y'all? Listen, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. My communication is not your communication. Have you ever dealt with somebody that you really found it hard to talk to? Even though y'all were in constant contact. You may have found out later on that the way that y'all communicate was different. The way that y'all preferred to communicate with each other was different. So there were times when you thought that you were reaching them when you really weren't reaching them. And they thought they were reaching you, but they may have been reaching you on another level and you wasn't really feeling it. And so, so things went on and we proceed to give you what you need. Yo, indeed, it's going down. Yeah. What's up now? So that's how it's going down, y'all. My communication is not your communication on the Daily Go Get a Mism show. So let's get it popping right now. It's going down, All right. Urban Therapy with Sun 752. And this your daily. The Daily Go Get a Mism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I'm your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. Yo, it's the Daily Go Get a Business show, and we are in motion, and we gonna do that, do the damn thing. And tonight, on this pretty petty Tuesday, the 14th of July. And we are talking about your communication is not my communication. So we're going to talk about some communication issues that we may have had over the years. We're going to talk about communication issues that we have had with people. It could have been your family. It could have been your boyfriends or girlfriends back in the day. It could have been your spouse currently or somebody that you're dealing with right now. It could be people on your job. It could be people that are your friends. Have you ever been the type of person that people really thought that was hard to deal with? You may have been that type. You may have been the type of person amongst your family, your crew, your people, your friends, your social circle, where people always felt like it was hard to really figure out what was going on with you. They found it hard to figure out what was on your mind. Like maybe you were the type that kept a lot of things to yourself. But you know how it is when you keep everything to yourself. Eventually, it's going to come out in one way or another because that's just the nature of the beast. That's just human nature right there. The things that we guard so closely and try to keep secrets so much are often the things that come out even when we try hard not to let it ever shine through. So that's what we're going to talk about today, because communication is very, very important. When you have communication issues, that's how you lose friends. That's how you break up in relationships. That's how you stop doing things that you used to enjoy doing. That's how you find yourself in situations where you really didn't want to be in. That's how it happens on the communication side of things. So let's talk about it tonight on the Daily Go Get Mism Show. Hey, what's going on? S. Cook, always good to see you. It's a good look. And Charlene Curry, Charlene Curry. What's going on, Charlene? How you feeling, Charlene? It's good to see me. Some you word. So we're talking about my communication is not your communication. Your communication is not my communication. You know, some people don't like to talk straight up and down. And a lot of times we get into thinking that talking is the only way to communicate. But we know from raising children that talking is not the only way to communicate. When you have young children, when you have infants, newborns, and things like that, you have to kind of feel around and listen to clues to figure out what's wrong with or what's going on with the child that cannot speak, that cannot verbally tell you what's wrong. So, you know, a newborn baby, up until the time they start speaking, you have to learn how to rock out with nonverbal communication to find out when the baby is tired. We learn when we spend time with our babies, we know how they start acting when they're tired, when they're unhappy, when they're uncomfortable. You know when a baby starts to crying or whatever, or they're acting funny, and you realize, oh, damn, I need to change you. Yeah, you need to change them. So a baby cries or coos or whatever as a form of communication. But it's not really. I guess you could say that crying is a form of verbal communication, but I don't look at it that way. But I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong for not looking at it that way. What do y'all think? Is a baby crying a form of verbal communication? I know it's a way of communication, but is it a form of verbal communication? Does it fall under that umbrella? What do y'all think? So anyway, you know that all communication is not verbal. When we get older, and if we're talkers ourselves, we prefer to talk. So we always want to talk it out with somebody. But let me talk to you. Let me sit you down for a minute. Let's have a face-to-face. Let's have a tete-a-tete, tete-a-tete, tattletale. I don't know. How do you say tete-a-tete? Didn't we go over this before? A tete-a-tete, a tattoo. I don't know. Anyway, we have to learn other modes of communication, other forms of communication, in order sometimes to make our lives just a little bit easier. Because when you're communicating with somebody, you're sending out signals and they're sending back signals to you. And so you get to understand what a person is doing. Even if you don't like it, at least you can understand what's going on. You know, I mean, many parents go through that with their children. They understand the words that they're speaking, but they don't understand anything about their personality. They don't get it. Like, why are you acting like this? Why are you doing these things? Why are you being that way? Why? And it's valid because you really want to be able to communicate with the people that you love and the people that you care about and the people that are important in your life and the people that make a difference in your life. Like, you may go to work and you may not like your boss, or you may not like your your supervisor, your lead supervisor, manager, owner, whatever. You may not like them, but you know that the more that you can understand exactly what they want from you, you can deliver it and you can get the hell up out of there after 8 hours. Or you can actually make your time there way more enjoyable, because with the communication that you may have with your so-called superiors, whatever you want to call it, higher ups, whatever, you can find ways to be able to coexist with them and make your life a lot easier, which is the ultimate goal. We want to make life easier for ourselves. So learning to communicate is important. Learning to communicate is important, and there are more ways than just being verbal that you can communicate with somebody. And the more you learn those ways, the better that you can make whatever endeavor or task or ambition or goal, you can make it easier for yourself. You know how it is when somebody that somebody that you care about, man, these mosquitoes biting the shit out of me today, man. I got these bumps. Y'all see it? Right here, bam. Ow. Over here on the elbow. Ow. See that shit? Ow. Little punk muff. Yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Anyway, have any of y'all ever had to be the one that is the mouthpiece for somebody else? Your brothers or your sisters or your aunties and your uncles and your cousins and your mama and your daddy and your friends and your next door neighbor and your friends from school, or they always come and get you to talk to somebody because they know that you know how to handle business in a verbal way. They know that if they send you in to talk to them, then something is going to get done. They know if they send you in to holler at somebody, then you're not going to get all hot-headed. You're not going to start cussing somebody out. Cussing somebody out. You're not going to, it's not going to become a situation that's going to get worse. It's actually going to get better because you're going to find a way to rock out with your diplomacy or however you do it in order to reach that person that needs to be talked to so you can get what you need or so you can get what somebody else needs. Have you ever been that person? I know I have been. People have come to get me before. Like, yo, oh, you know what I'm saying, son? Hey, yo, son, I need you to go holler at such and such for me. Because they not listening. They not listening. And it's like, all right. I used to think that people was coming to get me because they wanted me to be the muscle. They wanted me to be intimidating towards somebody. I'm like, I don't really want to get into that because motherfuckers will shoot you over that kind of bullshit. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go out like that. So I ain't trying to go in there, like, well, Shorty told me that you don't want to put this bolt, and you don't want to put this lug nut on a tire. She said you won't put the lug nut on the tire. He looking like, I don't have no problem putting a lug nut on the tire. What? That's not what me and her was talking about. I'm just saying, man, a lug nut is, that's just like a metaphor. You see, I'll fuck around, use words that you don't understand. That's just, I'm saying, it's indicative. And what it is, nah, I ain't going in there to be no muscle. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk to you. Like, listen, I'm sure that me and you can work this thing out. It sounds to me like this is a relatively small problem. It's probably a situation where two people are not really understanding exactly what each other is saying, and they're both getting frustrated. But I know that you want to help this person out or whatever. Let's go ahead and take care of business. I've done it. I've done it a lot of times for people. I'll do it again. I remember one time, man. I know I told y'all about this before, but I remember one time we went upstate to some jail, some prison. This girl I know, she used to like do Uber type of shit. This is before Uber ever came out. Well, I don't know. This was like in 2012. This was 2012. And she used to go up to the prison. She used to have like a little riding service. Shit. Where she would take people up to see prisoners upstate. So she wound up getting a ticket. The cop gave her a ticket when she went up there. So she said, Well, listen, this is what I want you to do. I want you to drive me up to upstate because I don't want to drive up there. So, and plus, I don't feel like driving or whatever. I don't really like driving, and we just gonna go up there and we gonna fight these tickets, and then we gonna come home. I'll treat you to dinner. I was like, all right. This was just a friend of mine. This was a middle school friend, somebody that I knew all the way back 7th grade. Robin Ming is all up in the house doing a thing. My big sis, Robin Ming, how you doing? And my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. I said, my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. You sit back, relax, and chill. It's my brother from another mother, Norris Hill. So check it out, right? So, first of all, I ain't had no license. In 2012, I ain't had no license. And you know what? I ain't even say shit. Like, all right. I mean, after all, I was driving. So we went up there, drove up there. We going to the courthouse so she can fight these tickets. We went up there. Now, Hicktown. Now, I'm trying to remember what prison it was. It wasn't like Graterford. It was far. I don't know if it was like Camp Hill or something. It was far. You know what I'm saying? It had to be like a 2.5 hour drive. So, and I'm trying to like, because we didn't go to the prison itself. We only went to the courthouse. So we go to the magistrate's office. You know, the courthouse. And it's her turn to go in there and fight her case or plead her case or whatever. She comes out there, bitch, like, yeah, man, fuck y'all. You know what I mean? Fucking crackers, you know what I'm saying? Y'all prejudice up here and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what the fuck? Now, look. I hadn't stopped drinking yet. No. Stopped drinking December 8th, 2012. I hadn't stopped drinking yet. This was still 2012. So this had to be like around like November. So anyway, but I wasn't drinking this day. But if I would have got caught driving, then, you know, I would have got charged with another DUI just for driving. Because when you drive on a suspended license on a DUI suspended license, then it's like you drinking and driving again. You get another DUI. And it's like, so I'm like, yo, this joint up here tripping. Like, she gonna fuck around and get held in contempt. She was bugging. And I was like, listen, yo, I said, what's going on? She was like, oh, Mom, you know, they in there, they wasn't listening to nothing I said. And you know what I mean? Fuck them. And I was like, no, we can't do that. I saw the judge come from out the back, white man. And he went over to the clerk, to her office. I said, yo, what did you do? You know, I'm thinking in my head, like, this John is a year older than me. She don't know how to take care of no business, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, she don't know how to talk to nobody and make sure that she gets what she came to get. And she was a little high-headed, but she was a little money getting, you know, she had like a little hustle and all that was cool. But man, so I said, yo, let me go talk to. I said, wait a minute, we not leaving. You ain't come all the way up here because they was gonna make her come back. They was gonna make her come back to fight another ticket. I was like, nah, we ain't doing that. So I said, listen, I gotta go talk to the judge. I said, here, you stay right here. I'm gonna go holler at him and see if we can get this finished today. So, like, yo, man. Like, I gotta go beg the white man to let my wife off. And that's how I did it. I told him that was my wife. So I went up to the clerk and where the judge was. I said, pardon me, Pardon me, Your Honor. Listen, yeah, I introduced myself. Hey, my name is Omar McIntyre, and my wife. You just my wife was just in your courtroom a minute ago, and from what I understand, things didn't go too well. Now I know that my wife is a little hot headed, and sometimes when she gets frustrated, things can go awry, whatever. But listen, we came up here to see about getting these tickets taken care of. And from what I understand, you gave her another court date in which she needs to appear. But if it is at all possible, I wanted to see if there was something that we could do in order to take care of business today, to finalize this thing today, because we're driving all the way from Philadelphia, and it would be a real inconvenience to have to schedule another trip when we scheduled this trip, and that was an inconvenience. So is there anything that we can do in order to remedy this situation? Bat 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 bat. I literally did that shit like, and he said, "What's her name?" Her name is Danya. Blah, 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 blah. He said, "Okay." He said, hold on a minute, Mr. McIntyre." And they went back and literally, I see him in the back like, and then they went and took care of her, and to whereas she could just go ahead and pay the tickets, and she didn't have to come back. And she was like, "What did you say to him?" I said, "I told him that you were my wife, and I apologized for your behavior, and asked him, could he do me a favor?" And she was like, "Yeah, wife, husband. Don't that sound good? Oh." I was like, "Come on, shorty, it ain't that type of party." And it really wasn't that type of party. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? You know how sometimes, dudes will say it ain't that type of party when it really is that type of party. It really wasn't that type of party. She was really just a friend from back in the day. I mean, shorty was like 400 pounds. I ain't even bullshitting. She was like 400 pounds. She was always talking that freak shit. I was like, "Look, man, I ain't trying to tackle this one. We not no. We not doing, you know what I mean?" And that's my people to this day. I know she don't watch this show, so I ain't worried about it. Yeah. But I was like, so that whole communication thing, whereas she got all frustrated through the communication and was ready to fight, ready to cuss somebody out, ready to make her situation worse than way worse than what it already was. I'm like, nah, you gotta, when you go in, you can't go in all hot. You gotta keep your eyes on the prize. Like, listen, I came up here to get out of these tickets, not to get another one. She was like, I know, but like I be getting mad. She was ratchet. I be getting mad because they prejudice up here, Omar. They prejudice. I'm like, listen, that's why you gotta really, really keep your cool. She was like, "In that fucking cop," and blah blah blah. And I know she did that in the court, John. You know what I mean? The fucking cop, he fucking prejudice. He stopped me for nothing. So communication. She communicated one way, and I communicated another way. Now, maybe in a different situation, in a different setting, maybe the way that she communicated would have been okay. But you can't go in court communicating that way. That's gonna be your ass. That's gonna be your ass. So I was thinking about it the whole time. I'm thinking like, you know what? She probably didn't have to get the ticket, but she probably got smart with the cop. And he was like, "All right, then fuck it then. Yeah, Where's she going? You can't go in court. Man, listen. That's crazy. Emily says, how else do you think babies communicate? They can't speak words, so they have other ways. So, but I asked, is crying a form of verbal communication? I didn't ask if it was a form of communication. I know that part. Is that considered verbal communication? And take it away from babies. If I cry to you without telling you what's wrong, am I verbally communicating to you? I'm crying. Wah, wah. Oh shit! Oh my god! Oh shit! Fuck the damn! Oh shit! Fuck! Am I verbally communicating though? What am I crying about? Since I'm verbally communicating, what am I crying about? So that's why I was asking. I don't know. Carol Chamberlain says, I have always for business purposes. Oh, so you've had to speak up for cats. I hear you. I hear you. Annette Davis says, all I know is I welcome to be able to communicate with someone other than my coworkers and my children. I need a change of my circumstances. I hear you, Annette. T Carey, right? What's going on? Always glad to see you inside. Word. Robin Ming says, yeah, she's lucky they didn't lock her up. I was saying the same thing, Rob. Because I'm thinking, like, here I am. You know what I mean? If they fuck around and lock her up, then I'm going to have to drive her car back. I'm going to have to drive her shit back. You know what I mean? I ain't got no bail money for her at that time. At that time, I wasn't even working. I was collecting unemployment or some shit like that. And I think I was between checks with that. So I was like, and you know, if she get locked up, you know they gonna be looking at me when I leave out of here, when I drive up out of here. They gonna be like, all right, whoop, whoop. License registration. You know what I mean? She was gonna have me all type kinds of jammed up. I was worried. I was like, no, we got to take care of this today. We got to handle this today, ma. Like, you bugging. She talking about, yeah, married, you know, husband, wife. Don't that sound good? Oh, shut up. And let me finish drinking as I crack you upside the head with this water bottle. Just silly ass. Shit. Let's see. That was 2012. I was 42. So she was like 43. I'm like, you're 43 years old. You don't know no better than that. You crazy? Yeah, I was mad. I had a right to be mad. She about to get a nigga jammed up worse than he was. Hey, yo, son, I don't take too kindly. You know what I mean? It was nice. She paid me to drive her up there. You know, so she could just kick back and tell me about all her. She used to be telling me all kinds. Yo, son, yeah, this is crazy. Like I said, she's like 400 pounds, dog. You know what I mean? She's like 400. She like 400. Word up. I'm not exaggerating. She was like, yo, man, she was a big John. So, and then they said, me and you gonna fight. No, we're not, Annette. No, we're not. We ain't never gonna fight and won't fight with my Annette. Never gonna fight, won't fight with my Annette. Never gonna fight, won't fight with my Annette. We gonna be friends for life, you bet. I never gonna fight, we will fight with my Annette. Never gonna fight with my Annette. Never gonna fight with my Annette. Yo, that's my jaw, my friend to the end back, yo. Yo, me and Annette, we be getting it down like that. We set for life, ain't nobody gonna come to beach, right? That's my joint. That's my life. And I ain't gonna let nobody even come between. You know what I'm saying? Nah, man. Hey, yo. And that's it. I say, yo. And that's it. I say, yo. And that's it. I say, yo. And that, yo. Robin Ming says, yeah, in a hick town. Rob says, you was her husband. Yo, she was really trying to rock with that shit the whole ride home. Like, yeah, husband, wife. I don't even go with you. Never even kissed you. And I'm that's right-handed guy. Nothing. This is the one that got away because I refused to catch her. It's all good though. Love is love. She was definitely a good friend. I can't front on that. All right, but she ain't know how to talk to no authority figure. She fucking around. Yeah. Yeah, sad. Yeah, that's it. And that says, my whole conversation is dependent upon the situation and my surroundings. Word up. So, yeah, well, y'all can think that I like them pounds, but you just keep watching. Y'all know what I like. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, woo, woo, woo. But yeah, when it comes to communication, not everybody uses verbal communication in order to get their point across. So just like babies don't always use verbal, well, babies can't use verbal communication to get their point across or to be able to communicate at all. There are some people who don't always talk in order for you to understand how they feel. You know, like I was starting to talk about at the beginning of the show. You know how a lot of women believe that men don't talk enough; they don't express their feelings, and it's not that they don't talk, but I think that women don't think that men talk about the kind of things. They don't talk about the kind of things that women think are important and that they feel needs to be put out there. So if you have a boyfriend or a husband or something, let's say a boyfriend, because that's when you're really supposed to learn how to open the lines of communication. So let's say you got a man and your dude don't talk a lot. You know that he has shit on his mind. You know that he's been through shit. You know that there's some things going on with him, but you can't really figure it out because he doesn't talk to you. You may wonder if he really loves you. Maybe he has ways of expressing his love, but it's not verbal. He hasn't said, baby, I love you. Or maybe that's all that he said. He said that he loves you, but he hasn't told you why. He hasn't told you how. And he may have other ways of expressing his love. Some men express their love or their gratitude through money. They buy you a bunch of shit. Well, hey, I don't know how to tell you. I don't know how to express my love for you in other ways, but I know I can go out and get you a new bag. I know I can get you I can put some money in your pocket. I can pay a bill for you. I can do something, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to buy your love, but I'm trying to let you know that I'll spend my money on you to show an expression of love to you. And you may just want to hang out. You may just want to find out what's going on with the brother. You may just want to learn his history. You may just want to find out why he is the way he is. How come he has mood swings sometimes? How come he gets angry sometimes? Sometimes why he's violent? Why he's afraid of some things? You're trying to find the key to his psyche, because you may feel like through your feminine nature and your feminine powers, your powers of femininity, you may feel like you can give something to your man that he has not had before, and y'all can complete y'all cipher, y'all two-person cipher. You understand what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? But maybe he won't open up that way. Maybe he says, well, I can't. He may have grown up in a family where there weren't outward expressions of affection, or where they just really didn't say the way that they felt. Maybe they were suppressed. Maybe the way that they were feeling was suppressed by their parents. So he may not have been able to cry without being called a punk or a sissy, or even getting beat up or whooped or something like that. So he had to always play tough. And now he's still playing tough. And you need this man to just show his more human side, And he like, human, fuck that shit. I ain't acting like no little bitch. You know, like it's not about it's not about being a bitch, baby. I just want us to be all right. I can tell something is going on with you, and I just want to help you. Ain't nothing the fuck wrong with me. I just need my dick sucked. I did that last night, and you still mad. Just because you ain't finished. Yes, I did. No, you didn't. Yes, I did. All right, you did kind of finish, but you ain't finished like you finished the last time. This time you spit it out. Well, what about the times when I didn't spit it out? What difference do it make if I swallow or whether I spit it out? It came out of you, didn't it? And it was all of it. As ridiculous as it may sound, a lot of men think that expressing affection through sexuality is a real thing. And that Davis Thompson, would that be a big ass? Look, it sure ain't no extra pounds. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no problem with no thick joint. But come on now. You ain't gonna hear me saying like, baby, you gotta put on like 30, you gotta put on like 50 extra pounds. And if you want to do something with this loving, you know what I'm saying? If you want this balloon to blow up, you gonna have to yab it. Nah, we're not doing that. I'm more likely to tell her to start drinking this shit. Like, listen, let's get our health intact. You with it? Yeah. Robbie Ming says, you always talk about big boobs, big butt. She had a lot of that. She actually didn't have that. She had weight, but she didn't have the definition. She ain't had it. So, she had me like looking like, well, where your titties at? As big as you are, shouldn't you have big titties? I thought it was a requirement. No. And that ain't the kind of fat ass that I'm looking for. Like I said, I don't know if y'all understand how big 400 pounds is, but it ain't nothing to play with. That ain't no regular. That's not no regular big. And she was short. All right, so maybe she was only 350 pounds. That's close to 400. And I'm not so sure if it wasn't straight up 400. That's my word. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, says, I keep communication to a minimum with certain people. My property manager and her whiteness has a tendency to want to derail from what I try to address my concern. I hear that. And then David says, exactamundo, Omar. No, it says that shit is like putting alcohol on hemorrhoids. Couch Emily says, why do men have such a hard time saying I love you? I understand some aren't accustomed to having that growing up, but they don't grow out of it. You can teach an old dog new tricks, but you gotta actually teach the dog. Real shit. You could teach an old dog new tricks, but you gotta actually teach the dog. Like one thing about communication is that if you really want somebody to communicate in your way, you gotta kind of show them. You have to kind of sit them down and say, well, listen, this is what I like. These are the things that I like. What are the things that you like? Now, you may run into a problem where you have said things that you like, you put them out on the table. You may have even written them down, put them in a nice note, put them on a hot pink post-it. A hot pink post-it. Or whatever way that you have put yourself out there, and you do all of that, and then you don't get anything back from somebody. Well, if you don't get anything from that person the first time, try it again. Don't let your ego get you to the point where you're so discouraged that you fail to try again. Everything don't happen, and Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was happiness in your relationship. And that's if we're talking about relationships. We're talking about communication, and effective communication on any level will increase your understanding and your ability to be able to navigate through something. Even if you in your communication, you and an outright white supremacist racist understand each other. At least you understand that he's an outright racist white supremacist. Ain't no doubt about it. Y'all can communicate now. You know to stay away from him and his kind because he has communicated that to you, and at least you know exactly how to play him. You know exactly how to conduct yourself where he's concerned because you know he doesn't care for you. That's a lot better than these cats running around here acting like they sweet on you, or like you're all right with them, or like we are the world, we are the children, we are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. And you find out that when you feel this really bad pain in your back and you see yourself bleeding, it's because the person that you thought you was cool with put a knife in it. But that was poor communication. You thought that the communication that you had was okay, but it wasn't. There were evidently things that were left off the table and out of the conversation that were pertinent. It was pertinent to you being able to communicate with somebody effectively. So yeah, but getting back to what Carol was talking about, I don't know, Carol. I'll tell you this. A friend of mine actually showed me that it's okay to say I love you in front of everybody else. Because like back in college, I was, I played hard a lot. I did. I played hard a lot. And I didn't really realize that I played hard a lot, mainly in front of other people. I was by myself. I mean, I was always myself when I was around a girl, one-on-one. But with other people around, I ain't gonna be like, yo, I love you, baby, blah, blah, blah. But I saw my man do that, and I was kind of impressed. Like, okay. All right. I was impressed. Because even I wasn't there. I wasn't all the way there. He got there. Now, he had all kinds of problems because he couldn't keep his hands to himself. He would smack a bitch. But he would also say he loved the bitch. When you got to break up a fight between a man and a woman, you're like, what the? Yo, why did you just, fuck is y'all doing? Yeah. Yeah. And then they was telling some where are these phantom comments that you're reading? These comments were right here. Yeah, scroll up. Carol comment is 3 comments above yours. How am I getting feedback in the mic? Hold on. Okay. Narciso says, Carol and Robin, I love you. Oh, that's so sweet. I love them too. I love all y'all. Y'all the greatest. Alice, you're the greatest. Carol Chamberlain says, you love you more. That's the thing. That's bad communication. Every time you tell a woman that you love them, they always got to be like, love you more. Why are you trying to one up somebody? Can't you just love and be chill? And that David says, especially if that knife is in the part of your back that you can't reach. Exactly. Carol says, I guess I don't have a problem expressing my feelings. I'll say, good or bad, right? What a feeling. Please believe me. Emily says, if you can't love me publicly, don't love me privately. All right. I think that you might want to rethink that. Now, I can see if you said, if you can't honor me or display me publicly, then don't honor me or display me privately. But love, well, I'm just saying you might want to rethink that. Yeah. Robin says, what's wrong with saying I love you more? Cuz why y'all gotta run up somebody? What you how you know you love me more? If you love me more, why say it first? You don't know you love me more. I love you more. How about that? And I ain't gotta battle you. I love you more. All men love their women more than women love them. Y'all just all extra with it. I ain't gonna let y'all one up me. You don't love me more. I love you more. I, king. You, queen. You not king. You, queen. King love more. See? Annette said it right. What about I love you too? There you go. Nah, I love you more. You don't know. I got mad love. It's love like dripping all over the place. It's like running. My cup runneth over with love. Y'all don't know. You know what I'm saying? Stop trying to one up everybody all the time. Carol. Trying to one up everybody. Women. This is the same shit. That's the same shit that got Popeye beat up by Bluto. That's that same shit. So it's the Daily Go Get It. Yo, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button. 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 Hit the like button and share the show. I said hit the like button and share the show. I said hit the like button and share the show. Yo, that's how we doing tonight, yo. I said hit the like button and share the show. I said hit the like button and share the show. I said hit the like button and share the show. That's how I do. That's how I go. I said hit the like button and share the show. This how it's going down. You gotta share, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I said don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I said don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We gonna do this thing. Gets hot like flannel in the summertime. You know, July 14th. It's going down like this. Ain't no beef. What up, my man? Samaj Network all up in the house. How you feeling? How you feeling? We talking about your communication ain't my communication. My communication ain't your communication. So we talking about the problems that we have had communicating communicating, period. Whether you're talking about communicating with your man or your woman or your spouse or your friends, your family, your co-workers. You know, everything gets better when you learn how to communicate with somebody. But sometimes somebody has to give you the blueprint on how to communicate with them. Now, another thing with that is that while you are telling somebody how to communicate with you, you have to also be mindful that they could take that the wrong way. They could take that to mean like they are like you're trying to control the way of the communication goes between the two of y'all. So you have to, that's another form of communication. Knowing which words to use, how to convey your message, and how to seem non-threatening when you're really trying to bring somebody together, namely you and that other person. You don't want to get caught out there seeming like it's in a push and pull. You know, like when you tell a woman that you love her, and then she'd be like, I love you more. You know what I'm talking about, Shemaj? You know how you tell your woman you love her, and she'd be like, I love you more. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Good looking out. Good looking out on hey, yo, what up, Bean? What up, Bean? And Bean says, right. Why not? Why won't men say that I love you more? Because it's not a battle, Bean. It's not a battle. It's not, I say it in English. It's not a battle. It's not a battle. Why y'all gotta be battling and trying to one up somebody? What you mean? You love me more? You don't know that. Loved you since I first met you. I loved you before I even kissed you. I used to dream about kissing you. I was like, yo, God, I'm going to kiss her one day soon. Hopefully on this first night. And then I'm going to give her a penny for her thoughts, a nickel for her kiss. Dime if she tell me that she love me, penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Dime if she love me more. Stop, come on, shorty. You breaking the flow. You don't know how to communicate, shorty. Last week, right hand to God. Last week, I saw a girl chasing her man around the car. He wasn't running, but he was trying to get away from her. You know what I mean? He was like, you know, you came out here on the block, you blowing up the spot and all of that. And she was like, it's because you won't talk to me. You gonna talk to me tonight. All you gotta do is fucking talk to me, and then I'll go and I'll leave. But you gonna talk to me tonight. You'll never fucking talk to me. And she was crying, and she would suck up her tears and be like, no, fuck that. Fuck that. Because she parked out in the middle of the street, blocking traffic and shit. She got in the car with the car door still open. She parked over on the side. You know what I mean? Slammed the door like, no, I ain't. It was somebody in the passenger side like, come on, girl, you know, let's get on the bike. She was like, no, fuck that. I ain't going nowhere. He gonna talk to me that night. I'm singing this shit. I'm like, what? I forgot the dude name. Let's call him Terrell. Terrell, why you don't fucking talk to me, Terrell? You know what I mean? All you gotta do is fucking talk to me. And then everything will be all right. You don't never want to say how you feel about nothing. You know, we got kids together, Terrell. Terrell. And I was like, damn. Yeah, I don't normally be in nobody's business like that, but since they was all loud on the block. Hold on, let this. Okay, there we go. Since they was all loud on the block, I watched this shit for a while. I was like, damn, I've been here before. I was like, look at this deja vu. She was chasing the man around the car. He wasn't running. It was like he was like, come on, man. Out here. Come on, shorty, you tripping. Go ahead. Yo, why you out here like that? She was like, no, fuck that. I'm in your face. What you gonna do? All you gotta do is talk to me and I'll go away, Terrell. All you gotta do is talk to me and I will go away. She was all up in his face. Titties all in his face. Like, I was like, huh. I ain't gonna front. I was kind of impressed. Even though they was out there drawing,
10 seconds.
They was out there, you know, making a spectacle of themselves. But I felt her. I did. I felt the pain. Like, damn. I've had this same conversation, except I wasn't running away. I was just like, man, get out of here. Yo, shorty, get the fuck out of here. You know what you did. Yo, stop playing. Hey, yo, for real. Don't block the door. Don't block the door. I'm leaving. Don't get in front of the door. Don't get in front. Don't get in. Sometimes chicks will get in front of the door. Like, you not leaving. You not leaving. Now I don't give a fuck. You gonna have to go through me if you know you're not leaving. You not, because I'm not finished. You gonna just try to walk out on me? No, you're not. Robbie Mink says she was crazy chasing him. It wasn't that bad. But you can see, you can hear her emotions, and you can hear it. Like, for the first time, I could kind of empathize with the way that a female was feeling. I mean, I felt him too, because I was him. But I understood what she was. I was like, ain't this about a bitch? Ain't this some shit? Charlene Curry said that had to be a young girl. They was probably like in their 30s. They wasn't young. But yeah, they was probably like in their 30s. T. Carey Wright said, I felt the song too, number one. See? A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Dime if you tell me that you love me. Penny for your thoughts, nickel for your kiss. Dime if you say it, then yo, I'm telling you, that was that shit, man. You know what I mean? You need to go listen to that shit. You need to go listen to that shit for real. You know what I mean? You need to go listen to that shit. Carol Chamberlain says, grab his ankles. That's the only thing she wasn't doing. I was like, well, just grab the nigga ankles. You know what I'm saying? Because he was in his phone. He was all like, I don't know who he was texting or whatever. He probably, dialing 911 like, yo, if everybody call the cops, if anybody call y'all, I ain't do nothing. She out here drawling on me. And you know what I mean, causing a scene in front of all my niggas. And you know what I'm saying? I ain't do nothing. I ain't hit her. I ain't do nothing. I ain't do nothing. She out here acting all loud. We don't even live on this block. She was like, move your fucking phone. You know what I mean? Move. She should have grabbed his ankles. See, that's real, but y'all joking, but when a woman grabs your ankles and says, no, don't go. No, please. Oh, Terrell, we got kids together. Yo, let my foot go. Babe. Let my fucking foot go, for real. No, Terrell. No, you understand? This is non-verbal communication. All you gotta do is tell me that you love me, you mean it, and tell me that you're gonna come home tonight and smash me all crazy on some old makeup sex shit, and everything will be all right, Terrell. Until then, I'm grabbing your ankles and I'm not letting go. So if you're gonna sell weed tonight or you're gonna sell coke tonight, you have to do it with my ankle, my arms around your ankles. Cause I love you more. Terrell. A penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Dime if you tell me that you love me. Yeah. Oh, y'all clowning Shorty because she wasn't letting her man escape her clutches. I don't know. I wasn't. Look, I wasn't mad at it. I wasn't. Not this time. Not this time. This time I was like, dang. I guess sometimes we really do be stressing these chicks out. But her big thing was that he don't talk to her. You don't hear that. You don't typically hear that kind of talk in the streets. But she was like, just tell me what's going on with you. Tell me what's on your mind. Tell me what's going on. Like, why can't we just like, she was saying all kinds of shit like you wouldn't normally say on the streets. She was like, why can't we just sit down and talk to each other and communicate. Communication. That's what it's about. Communication. Terrell, whatever his name was. Come on, Terrell. I wasn't mad at it. Bean says that's some bullshit. Oh man, whatever. See, y'all gonna tell me that's bullshit, right? But y'all listen to nut ass Steve Harvey writing a book telling y'all to hold out on giving some ass for 90 days like you would at a job and some shit, and y'all think that shit gonna work. Meanwhile, he all in big butt Tanya face, but big butt Tanya like, no, don't nobody get this ass, but this ass. Check my tramp stamp. It say ass. Sun 752. Ass. Big butt Tanya. But he want to be all up in big butt Tanya face because you making him wait 90 days. What kind of communication is that? I know more than Steve Harvey do. Come on, Terrell. Somebody says she's 34 in age, but 18 in the mind. I don't know. I guess y'all had to be there. Because I'm not easily impressed. I was impressed. Charlene says he sure was texting his other. No, he wasn't. Because he wasn't going. I don't even know if he was texting at all. I know he was doing something in his phone. He could have been talking to one of his customers on the phone. Like, listen, don't mind all that background noise. That's just my baby mom, and she came around here. Listen, come around here. I got you 2 for $5. You know what I'm saying? I just come on. I mean, blah 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 blah. I've seen it done. Carol Chamberlain says, trying to have a sensible conversation and he too immature to do it. But you see how, Carol, you saying that he's too immature to do it. Everybody else is saying that she's approaching it the wrong way. So you see like the static in the communication that we're having right there. It's a difference of opinion. Like I say that there has to be smoke where there was fire for her doing what she did. Because evidently he didn't leave her too many options. Because she was saying, I can't remember everything that she was saying, but they was out there for a minute. And she was talking to this dude like, listen, the only reason I came around here is because you keep saying that you coming around and you don't come around. And, we got kids together. She said kids. You got 2 kids by somebody. They got to listen to you for something. No, I think they do. Somebody says, Omar, are you sure Terrell wasn't you? Yeah. The thing about this shit, Samaj, is Terrell was me. He wasn't me. He may not have been me today, but I was Terrell. I just ain't never sell no drugs or hang out on the block like that. But I have definitely been in that situation where somebody is begging and pleading for me to, open up to him. I'm like, damn, I tell you every fucking thing. You don't tell me what I need. I'm like, what the fuck do you need to hear? She said, I need to hear a penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Dime if you tell me that you love me, a penny for your thoughts, a nickel for your kiss. Dime if you tell me that you love me. Charlene Curry says, ain't nobody listening to Steve. Yes, somebody is listening to Steve. Yes, they are. And that's the problem. That's the problem, Charlene. See, you don't be communicating with me. See, that's the problem, Charlene. You don't be communicating with me. I'm telling you that mad niggas be listening to Steve Harvey. Just because you don't listen to him, that don't mean nobody else ain't listening to him. People, they listening to him. They going to go see him. They reading his books. They believe in him. That's the problem, Charlene. Charlene. Now I'm gonna communicate with you for 5 more minutes, and then we gotta break out. But y'all gonna communicate with y'all some me. But yeah, Samaj, he was me. He just wasn't me today. I think. I mean, she was just blowing up his spot. And if any, let's see, it's me, Norris, and Samaj. Y'all ain't gonna tell me that y'all spot never been blown up. Because if a woman never blew up your spot, then you ain't never seen love. Because a woman will blow your spot up. You know what I mean? She will blow your spot up. I ain't saying that she's always gonna make a scene or that she's gonna take it there, you know what I mean, or put you all out there, but she will blow your spot up. In other words, show up on some. All right, now I think we need to talk about that right now. Like, oh, you don't want to answer your phone? No problem. I'm here. I'm here. Oh no, I ain't gonna mess your job up. That's why I came up on your lunch break. We got a half an hour to talk. Let's talk. Let's talk, Omar. Let's talk to Rel. Let's talk, Omar. Let's talk to Rel. Let's talk, Omar. Let's talk to Rel. We gonna talk about. We gonna work it out. We gonna do the damn thing. It's gonna be all right. I'm just saying. Hey, yo, Carrie. Hey, yo, Carrie. Hey, yo, shit is real, son. Yo, come on, son. Yo. No, I said, remember, here we go by Portrait. Tell you that 90s R&B. That 90s R&B will tell you everything you need to know. Everything. 90s R&B is when you saw relationships on blast. So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. Chamberlain told us Charlene, listens to him on the low. No, I don't. I can't stand that motherfucker. I don't watch Family Feud. None of that shit. Like, I don't understand, but I know people listen to him because they be quoting them and shit. All right, man. Emily says guys blow women up too. Yes, they do. But think about it. We talking about communication, and we're talking about communicating, and we're saying my communication ain't your communication. You're clearly not communicating when you have to blow somebody's spot up. You're clearly not communicating. You think that you have, but you think that you can communicate once and that'll be it. It don't work that way. It's constant. It's inconsistent. And then David says, I don't do shit like that. It never turns out good at all. You probably only know that because you did shit like that. How about that, Annette? Remember that time? And remember when? And you know how? Hey yo, Annette. Hey yo, I'm done. I can't. And see, Charlene. Now you keeping it 100, Charlene? You want to keep it 100 now, Charlene? I was that girl one time. Mm-hmm. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Yes. So you're having my baby, and it means so much to me. There's nothing more precious than to raise a family. You're mine. Everywhere I go. Shout out to KC and Chow. You know what I'm saying? You know, Jodeci had them songs, baby. You know what I'm saying? I can't leave you alone. You got me feeling. What? Baby, I would cry for you tonight. Tonight. Hey, 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 hey. All right, man. But like I said, man, listen, man. Like I said, if the communication was straight, then you wouldn't have to blow nobody's spot up. But sometimes it's not straight, so people pop up and do a drive-by like, yo, what's up? You're not answering your phone, you're gonna have to answer this door. You ain't got no bell, you're gonna answer this door. I'm not going away, I'm on your steps. You hear this door. The music went off and you can hear me knocking. Yo, the music went off and I know you can hear me knocking. Yo, the music went off and I know that you hear me knocking. I can see you through the peephole. Yo, son, you need to stop it. Yo, you need to go. And I can you hear me knocking. Said the music went off and you know you hear me knocking. Said the music went off and you know you hear me knocking. Yo, I'm about to get it up. I'm about to get it popping. Hey, and then David says, love won't let me win. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know how the girl be moaning at the end of love won't let me, because love won't let me wait. Temperatures rising. Yeah. All right, y'all. Let's do these birthday shout outs. Y'all gonna have me, you know what I mean? Y'all gonna have me doing a medley all night. Let's do these birthday shout outs. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 14th, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special, because they are special, because they are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are S-P-E-C-I-A-L. They are number one out the box, Lavon Belizaire. And she's raising money for Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption. Happy birthday to you, Lavon. And also Dean Johnson, turning 51 years old today, and Natasha Upshaw, turning 43 years old today, and Marcita, or can you have a C in the middle of it? All right, Marquita Jones, turning 49 years old today. Happy birthday to you, Marquita. And Valentina Garzone, turning 31 years old today, and Starshine Dana Mocha Diggs. Happy birthday to you, Starshine. And Shamia Ennis, turning 38 years old today. Yeah, go do your thing, Shamia. Happy birthday to you. And also Marquita Woodson, turning 52 years old today. Happy birthday to you. And Clanetta Shushu Robinson, turning 45 years old. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah, 45 now. Happy birthday to you. And Trey Washington, turning 47 years old today. And Tawana Deneen, happy birthday to you. And Tiffany Frazier, my people's Tiffany, happy birthday to you. Penn State right there. And also, last but certainly not least, my girl, Rochelle, my belle. Happy birthday to you, Rochelle. Shelly Shell, happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious. July 14th, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally, all of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. You rock out, rock on it, do the damn, the rock out, rock on it, do the damn, rock out, rock on, do the damn thing, and do your thing. Y'all represent the queens and kings and do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Good things happen to those who wait. Great things happen to those who grind, and anything can happen to those who go for theirs. So go hard, go for yours, and remember, hey, yo, man, listen, communication is the key. And there was something that I really wanted to get into tonight that I really didn't have a chance to, or should I say, I didn't take the opportunity to because I wasn't communicating right. I wasn't communicating, but I'm gonna communicate this to y'all. sometimes you can't communicate with a person because you're not on the same mental plane with them. And it doesn't mean that you're not as smart as they are or they're not as smart as you, but sometimes it's just because of your education level. And I don't even mean your education as far as how far you have gone in school with your formal education. You just may know more than they do. And so, it's really hard to teach a child calculus before they learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So if you're trying to get somebody to do calculus when they haven't even mastered the principles of general math, that ain't going to work. So you may not be able to effectively communicate with somebody because you have not slowed down enough for them to be able to catch up with you. And that's a communication issue, because regardless of somebody's intelligence level, it doesn't mean that y'all can't find a way to live with each other, amongst each other, amicably, with good communication, peacefully and comfortably. There isn't any reason for that. So if you expect somebody to get to your level without you pulling them up to you or climbing down to them when it's necessary, then you will never really master what communication is all about. Hey, yo, people was asking about you, son. Yo, niggas was asking about you. Yo, turn around. Yo, they was asking about you, son. So yeah. So you have to help a person to communicate with you. If you don't help them to communicate with you, then it's just not going to go down. And if you're okay with that, then fine. Other than that, you have to find a meeting of the minds. You know what I mean? All of that breaking up, with each other, talking about something, it's because they weak. It's because they blah, blah, blah. They didn't want to blah, 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 blah. They don't want nothing out of life, blah, 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 blah. They ain't finished playing. They ain't finished doing this shit. And they delaying the process of being happy. And they really don't want to be with me. And I don't want to be with them no more, you see. And I'm tired of the bullshit. And I ain't going for it no more, like Mary J. And you understand what I'm talking about, because I don't play. And I ain't going out like that way. Hey. Fuck out of here. Communication is the key, baby. My communication ain't your communication. Your communication ain't my communication. But we can make our communication together come together if we try. You can make it if you try. Hey, yo, man, peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate you and love you right back to life. I see y'all tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. You think I won't win? I will. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Cal Chamberlain, I love you too. More. All right, Blog Talk, get out of here. Make sure, hey, yo, before we get all the way out of here, though, make sure y'all hit that like button. Did y'all hit the like button, though? But did y'all hit that like button, though? You know what I mean? Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the show. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed to the channel thus far. All right.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Be my peace, love. All right, y'all. Peace.